Hi everyone, it's KIREI here for Bramble Fox, and I have a brand new layout using the fabulous March Fox box. I've pulled out the Creating Memories title, and I'm using some of those really cute flowers and little houses, and I will use some of the Paper Snips number 88. They come with the Fox Box Plus subscription for March. Okay, so I have dug into my stash and I have pulled out the Rosie Studio Hello It's Me collection, and I've got this floral pattern paper, the sort of dark background, and then I've got these fabulous bright sort of green and white stripes, which I really loved, and I love the combination of the stripes and the flowers together. So I decided that would be my background, but I just use a small portion of the floral part because it could become quite overwhelming. I've got 5 small photos and I've mounted them on that sort of peachy pink pattern paper, and they will go in a strip across that center there. Now I'm just pulling in the perspectives. I've got the Creating Memories title. I've got some of the houses there, and then I'm bringing in and I'm pulling out some of the ephemera that I think is going to work with my photos, and I'm thinking about where things are going to go. So I'm just having to play with it at the moment. So I've got I'm going to have a cluster at the bottom, and then I'm going to have some around my photos on the left, and then on the bottom, on the photos on the bottom right. So I'm sort of just pulling out all the different bits and pieces, and thinking about what works with what. So I've got the house, I've got more flowers. I mean, flowers go with everything, but I think so. Yeah. I've got butterfly, I've got dragonfly, I've got hearts. Yes, I've got lots of little bits and pieces. I'm playing around with it and sort of getting an idea of how everything's going to look before I actually get anything stuck down. And then I can, once I'm sort of happy, I can move on, and I have. So yeah, usually then what I'll do is I'll take a photo, and then I've got that as my reference. So my background papers are stuck down. I distress the edges, and then I can start to add my photos. But first, I've got a few elements. I found a few more pieces, and I'm going to tuck those in behind. So this scalloped oval in peach, I'm just going to sit behind the photos there. I've got the house, I've moved it over to the left side. It was on the right when I first started playing around, but I'm bringing the house in there over onto to the left, and I'm just adding a little bit of foam tape to the top there just to add a little bit of dimension. I've got the little tab here, and that says remember on the top of it, so I'm just tucking that into the top of that photo. So yeah, so I'm just, now I can start to get things stuck down. Okay, so finally, I'll get my photos down now that I'm happy with where they're going to be, where they're sat. And then we can work on the rest of the embellishment clusters around the photos and at the bottom of the layout. My photos, I'm finally getting to scrap these ones. These are on my list of layouts to be done. And we went to our lovely friend's 50th birthday down in Wiltshire, and we were staying in Corsham, which is where they live, and we were staying in the Methuen Arms, which is a really lovely pub in the centre of the village, or town I should say. And it is so beautiful there, and there's a random peacock. You'll think, why is that in the photo? Well, Corsham's quite famous for its Corsham peacocks from Corsham Court, and that's where they sort of reside, but they wander around the town, down the high street, and everything like that. So I always love seeing the peacocks when they're out and about. Okay, so I'm still fiddling around here, getting some of the pieces tucked in at the top. You'll see when I'm adding, sticking them down, I'm usually just adding some wet glue to the center of the ephemera there, just so that I still get that, I can curve up like the petals or the end of the banner, that type of thing. So I'll keep working on this. I think it's going to move me on in just a moment because it takes a little while getting everything stuck down, and I think you get the idea of where things are going. And there we go, as if by magic. I've got most of it stuck down, not quite everything. And then I've brought in the paper snips here, and there's some pieces that I'm going to use. I've got the little tab at the top here, so I've got fun times, and I will also use another one that says snapshots. I've got the windmill. It's random, I know, because there's no windmill in my photos, but we're in the countryside and the colours worked well, so I'm going to add a windmill. That's okay. I've got a couple of the hearts. I've got the chicken over there. Now, I figured it's a bird and I've got a bird in my layout on my layout. So I'm going to add a chicken to it. So yeah. So there we go. I've got them all cut out now. And then I can start to tuck these pieces in as well around my clusters. At the moment, I haven't got the perspectives stuck down. They'll sort of go down, I think, in a moment. Um, so, yeah, of course, having stuck the other things down, now that I'm adding these, I do need to sort of just lever up so I can tuck things in behind. And then fiddle around here, make sure I'm happy with the heart. Now, this chicken, I've played around with this one and it gets moved around a bit, actually. It starts off at the bottom but doesn't stay there. So yeah, you'll see me playing around with it quite a bit because I just couldn't decide. I definitely wanted to get it on, but I just couldn't decide where it was going to go. So I keep sort of pushing it around and then leaving it and then moving on to something else. Okay, so moving on to the bottom cluster now. So just got the tag there and I've got the hearts, which I will layer up. I've got the double heart in just a moment. I'll add some foam pads to that so I can layer them over the top again, just creating some extra dimension. And then rather than everything being completely flat. And then what's next? I'm trying to remember, isn't it? I'm also conscious I've got a very tickly, dry throat. I've had to stop my voiceover already once, and I'm very conscious if it goes again that I need to stop it and start again. Oh, there's the chicken again. All right, now see, I stick it down here, but it does not stay there because I realised I've got my little house over there, and I'd forgotten that I needed to add that in, and then I couldn't decide how the house would fit in with. Oh, anyway, so yeah, the chicken is going to be moved in a moment, I think. There we go. Yes, so house is now on at the bottom with well, I don't think it's stuck actually yet. But yeah, chicken is moved and it's going to tuck into that top right. Yeah. So now I'm just getting the perspectives cut down. Stuck down, and I love the little flowers. These come with the fox box, and I love it when there's little bits and pieces like this that you can just sort of tuck into your embellishment clusters. Got the cute little houses there. And then and there's quite a few flowers in that sort of nice dark navy that match the title and the bright coral, and then that sort of muted dusty pink, which are lovely. All the details, if you're not a subscriber to the Foxbox, pop over to brambleffox.co.uk, go to Foxbox and you'll find out all the details for subscribing. It's a monthly subscription and you'll get a fabulous collection of acrylic embellishments every month, and then you have two options because you've got the regular Fox box with the acrylic embellishments, and then you have the Fox box plus, which gives you the paper snips, which you've seen me fussy cutting. There's also a stencil as well with that. So yeah, all the details are on the website. So it's worth checking it out. So I'm getting there. Finally getting all the bits and pieces stuck down. So yeah, those last little perspectives, got the dragonfly, and I think I'm almost. Oh no, there's that little heart. That little heart got moved around quite a bit too, didn't it? And then I forgot I hadn't even stuck the title down, so that's now going on. I will add some journaling, and I'll do that off camera. That I'm going to add that below my title, and then. I think what else? That's right. And I do add I will add some paint splatters, I think. Yes, I do. Gold ink splatters in just a moment, just over the embellishment clusters. So yeah. And then I'm done. So hopefully you have enjoyed watching the process video and get some inspiration for using the coming March Fox box, or just generally inspiration for scrapping. Here we go. Here is the final layout with my journaling and some of the close-ups of those fabulous perspectives. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.